Welcome back to Chatt It Up Sports on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Boys, there's a sad corner of the NFL, and it was all three of our teams. So we're going to talk about that here in a minute. The breaking news of Bruce Pearl retirement and the ultimate cashing of nepotism. I'm so excited for Stephen Pearl to get a job as the first day of practice begins for college basketball. We have a love-hate in the world of all sports. A lot of college football was pretty good. Could have been better. Thanks to Oklahoma in a weird way of cashing the minus 6.5. Love a safety. We got the Oregon Penn State game. We've got Bama Georgia previews. But first, Joseph, hit that theme music. Hello. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Do all the podcast things for us. It only helps us. It only helps you. I mean, you're already watching us. Why not watch us again, right?
Might as well.
Well, I've got some bad takes. I'm already pretty hard over right now. I made an apology in week 3.
No, you're good.
So you never apologize for Dan Lanning last
Why
year.
would I?
Exactly.
Nobody
ever apologizes. To my right, of course, is the man, the myth, the legend, Malcolm Harris. I just Will Compton.
It was beautiful.
Right there.
It was beautiful. Hey, he's a beautiful bald man.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful
That's breaking
bald
news.
Man. Hey, listen, welcome to the club, brother.
Yeah, he's one of you guys.
He is one of us. And I gave him at Balder scalp care because he was like, yo, what do I do for this? And I was like, yo, just put some oil sheen on there. He looks good, bro.
I don't hate it. God, I love the meme world of the internet. Damn, dude, they crushed it.
Oh, Mr. Clean for sure.
Mr. Clean. All the Vin Diesel ones were great. Oh, dude, I love the internet sometimes. Sometimes it sucks, but there's so many good days. I think there's more good days than bad if you're in the right algorithms.
Yes.
The man behind the camera, the one, the only, the man that's suffering throughout the week because it is Bama week for his Georgia Bulldogs, Joseph Guthrie.
It is Bama week, gentlemen. And as many times as I've prepared myself, because it seems like this matchup has happened a lot, the anxiety is in full swing. Yep. I can already feel myself standing in the living room, pacing back and forth. Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long week.
It's
going to be a long week.
I walked in today and Joseph was watching the press conference for Mr. Kirby Smart today.
Yep.
So we know that pain because we talked about it. Like, that's how I felt a couple weeks ago. Like,
Yep.
You want to get over that. You want to get over that hump. The man that's actually coming from the great state of Alabama, the actually not so great state. We're not going to say that anymore. The not so great state of Alabama, live and living purple. Greg Larner.
Live and living purple. I like that. I like that saying. What's up, boys? Good to see your faces. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, it was a detrimental weekend in a lot of ways. I cannot wait to unleash some hate for our love-hate segment this week. But
Yes, there was some rough ones, dog. There was some really rough ones, especially for us Sunday. I do want to talk about Bruce Pearl real quick. Bruce Pearl retirement. It's a weird feeling, I guess, for us mostly.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, to me, I think there should be a ceremony at Tennessee. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, he gave me hope in basketball again. I hate to say that, but he changed our culture. We were terrible.
Awful.
We were terrible, man.
Awful, bro.
And he changed it forever. He gave us some of the greatest games. I think he changed the way he changed the way a sidelines operated sometimes. He was so animated. He gave Tennessee a new clout in basketball. Again, I know what happened after. Stupid Aaron Kraft's dad, I think, was the one that told on us.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
I can confirm that.
So it's just like, man, Bruce was always somebody in my mind. I was like, I wish we could bring him back. I mean, the Rick thing was happening. I was like, maybe he comes back just as a fun turnaround. But obviously, it's not going to happen now. I don't know if he's doing the politics thing, but I do want to ask, where's everybody on the nepotism aspect? This is tough to get out. Stephen Pearl is now the head coach of the Auburn Tigers, boys. Nepotism, how bad is it? G, I'll let you go first.
Look, nepotism, we can see this I mean, throughout all of sports. I mean, it happens in any industry in terms of, I mean, the one that immediately comes to my mind. And look, some of these guys and some of these people are really, really worthy of getting these opportunities. I mean, you look at Joe Buck, and his dad was obviously a huge broadcaster for the Cardinals. Then he gets involved, and then he became really good. Ian Eagle, Noah Eagle. So nepotism is truly a part of society. Now, is Stephen Pearl ready for this job? I don't really know his background in coaching and how long he's been at Auburn or coaching and whatnot. Does he deserve this opportunity? Look, he probably jumped the line a little bit, but I think all of us in certain degrees have jumped the line in different instances. And you hope that you do it right and you put yourself in that right position and you're ready when you finally get that opportunity. You're hoping that Bruce isn't just like, hey, here, son, hand off, whether you're ready or not. Like, this is a great job and you're going to – I don't see Bruce as being that guy. I see Bruce as a guy who, hey, I probably wouldn't give this to my son if he wasn't truly ready for it. So if you're Auburn basketball, I would have to say you should be excited for the next generation of Pearl. Will he be Bruce? No, because again, this is his first, I believe. Again, I could be wrong.
It's his first. He started with Bruce as a strength and conditioning coordinator there.
Okay,
and then he has moved up, just stayed at Auburn with him. So yeah, you're right. It's his first.
It's his first opportunity coaching Division I basketball. And again, if his dad is not Bruce Pearl, he's having to go lower divisions. He's having to go lower level D1 and then work his way up to hopefully an SEC level job. But again, nepotism is what it is. And you just have to hope that it works out if you're an Auburn basketball fan. But for us Tennessee fans and one kind of Georgia fan there in the studio back in Chattanooga, we're hoping that it doesn't. We're hoping that it flames out in the SEC. And Auburn basketball just kind of withers back into irrelevancy, I'll say. And then, again, Joseph's hoping that the Georgia Bulldog basketball program continues to rise. And, it seems like Rick Barnes is going to be with Tennessee for a little while longer. And it's kind of interesting. When I went back and I looked at Bruce Pearl's tenure, he's only spent, 6 seasons at Tennessee. It seems like he was at Tennessee a lot longer. And, again, he probably would have been if he wasn't sort of forced out with the situation that happened there. But yeah, nepotism is alive and well, especially in this situation.
Yeah. And look, I think the hard part about it is like, it came down to this moment where he puts Auburn in a bad spot if they wanted to find somebody else. But I'm with you. I think the part of nepotism that is literally everywhere is like, you succeeded so your kids could succeed in some other fashion, whether that's, financially or whatever. I'm with you. I think Steven's changed a lot. I have a really funny perception of Stephen Pearl. I went to Bruce Pearl's basketball camp back when I was going into my senior year of high school, and we got to watch this pickup run with all of like the UT players, and they had some returning guys, and there's a couple guys I had no idea who they were. They looked like football players. Like, I remember watching this one cat, and I don't remember what year that would have been for Steven. I don't remember when he got there.
Was it like the Bobby Mays years?
Yeah. I mean, so Steven leaks out on a fast break, and it was the first time, and this changed my perception because I was like, I always want to do this. So Steven leaks out on a fast break, catches it, easy glide layup. This guy is like at half court. Steven's probably just inside the 3-point line. Steven's being kind of lackadaisical. This guy catches up to him, and he jumps. It feels like from the free throw line. In my mind, he goes, "Give me that!" And he blocks Stephen Pearl so hard. I was like, I want to do that. It changed my mind athletically because this guy was probably like 6 foot, but I'm talking jacked, dude. Looked like a professional running back. And I was like, holy crap. I want to do that so bad. I want to be that kind of athlete that I can call my shot before Steven's even jumped off his left foot for a right-handed layup. And, buddy, that's how I think of Stephen Pearl. That's where my mind goes. So I don't know if Stephen Pearl can be a head coach in my own mind because of that instance where I just watched the greatest block of all time happen in a pickup run, and you just to get embarrassed. But I do know from interviews, processes, it does feel like he's grown up a lot. He is somebody that might be ready. You're not going to have to change anybody on the staff. And look, Bruce, maybe I was looking on, some of next round's tweets and stuff. They're like, is Bruce Pearl the greatest coach in Auburn ever? It's like, up there, dude.
Given the success,
He's got to be way up there.
Yeah.
They've only won one. They only won the one natty in football in the 2000s, right?
2010. I think they have one more that they claim.
They have a
recently
ton they
in the
claim,
summer they
yeah.
just claimed 4 more.
They claimed 2004. That's bullshit, guys.
Yeah. I mean, Cam's really like the one that sticks out.
Yeah.
The 2010
Yeah.
Auburn with Cam
Yeah.
Newton is the one that's like,
Yeah. 04 was really good. Don't get me wrong. Those running backs that was the nastiest running back combo. But
What's that? Cadillac Williams and
who was the other one?
my God, Ronnie Brown.
Ronnie Brown.
Yeah.
That was nasty. So yeah, Bruce Pearl retirement. I don't know if he's doing the politics thing. I've heard both reports that he's not, and he's doing it, and we'll see.
who had that on their checklist for the Auburn coaching to politics pipeline? That's 2 now, right?
Yeah.
Between
And I guess
Tommy
he would be-
Tuberville and
Because Toby wants to move up. I think that's why the rumor was there. Was
Yeah.
Toby wants to move up to senator, which is still funny to say Toby moves up to senator.
Yeah.
I guess. but yeah, so I think Bruce wants to take his spot. But
interesting.
Yo, I love nepotism. I do. Like, right, you see it with the Jones family in Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Like, literally, his entire staff is made up of his kids. You see it with the Ursays in Indianapolis. Obviously, Bronny and Braun is the biggest case of nepotism we've seen in professional sports, period. My boy literally had a severe cardiac arrest moment, damn near, and is now on an NBA roster a year and a half later. It's crazy.
How about the buses for your Lakers too?
Yeah, the buses is clear nepotism.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
like, it works. All I'm saying is for this example right here, if it's me, would have been like, all right, Bruce, this is kind of messed up. Because recruiting wise, like, I'm not gonna send my son to play for Stephen Pearl. Like, I'm sending him to Bruce.
yeah,
Like, I would have like been like, hey, like, Will Wade, listen, I see what you're doing. I see NC State's in games. I saw
Yeah.
what you just did at McNeese. Like,
we forgive you.
we forgive you. Come on home, bro. Everything you did back then is legal at LSU. You can do here at Auburn.
Yeah,
Come on.
there's guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
he made that job better. And look, maybe it'll work out because last year, last couple of years, I was like, surely nobody's going to follow Coach K, and I think Shire's done a great job, and he didn't have any coaching experience either. So, prove me wrong, Stephen. I think it can happen again. It happens everywhere in business, and sometimes it's, hey man, you've been doing the same job with me for the last 14 years. Is what it feels like. So let's get it figured out.
38 years of age.
Yeah, God, he's so much.
Head
Wow.
basketball coach
Yeah, he's so much older than us.
at Auburn. 38
Yeah.
years old.
Yeah,
That's
There's-
crazy.
it's going to be a younger man's game. All right. Real quick news.
Real quick, lightning flash. DJ Lagway's back in a walking boot. This comes from Swamp 247. He's in a boot to treat an undisclosed injury. According to a source familiar with Lagway's situation, they express confidence that he will be ready for the Texas game. Florida is on a bye this week before they welcome Arch Manning, Steve Sarkisian, and the Texas Longhorns down to the Swamp. So, yeah, DJ's back in a boot. He's dealt with a lot of injuries. It looks like he's fighting some more, and it's just got to be frustrating if you're DJ, and if you're I think outside of DJ, and partly DJ, it's just been frustrating to be a Florida fan this year.
Yeah, there's
Well, DJ.
Yeah, that's got to be tough. So he's in a boot for now. There's confidence that he'll play in the Texas game, but we don't know. They've got 2 weeks, a little over 10 days to figure it out.
Apparently, he is suffering because I was reading up on it from Picitis.
I don't even know exactly what that is.
Yeah, it's when you throw a lot of interceptions.
Yeah. Pickitis.
Pickitis.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Heavy diagnosis from the doctor himself.
Guys, yeah, if I'm DJ Lagway, I'm never suiting up for the Florida Gators again. I'm gonna redshirt.
Because
He still can.
You only got 4 years.
You play in four. No, you can play in four games.
Sorry.
Yep.
Not what I said.
You can play in 4 games and save your red shirt. So Will he? I don't think so. I think
I was
he's
going
going
to say,
play.
I don't see him
Yeah.
doing that.
Yep, I think he's going to play. But if they lose to Texas,
That's gonna be real rough.
Lord
Which
knows.
they will. They're going to
Not
lose
rough.
to Texas. I mean, let's
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, they'll probably lose, but I don't think that's not going to be this awesome watch that we thought it was going to be at the beginning of the year.
No, that game's going to be ugly. Yeah, that game might be like 6-3 at halftime. With the way the Florida defense is playing, with the way that Texas's defense is playing, with the way that DJ's looked, with the way that Arch has looked. I mean, boys, we might be like the over-under on that game. The line's not out yet, but it might be like 42. Like we might be talking like prime Big Ten Iowa versus Iowa State over-under levels of numbers here because the offenses have just not looked great for these two teams.
Could you imagine if the Iowa Rutgers game triples the score of the Texas Florida game?
I mean, listen. They say things in life are cyclical. I did not realize Big Ten to SEC football was one of those. So I mean, I guess that's what we're doing now.
I don't like that world that we live in.
It's weird. It's weird.
It's not right.
Gross.
It's gross.
Thank you for the news. Thanks to news update there, Joseph. Let's talk about some terrible news, boys. Let's keep it in the corner. Gee, we're gonna go up north. We're gonna come back down. We'll make a stop up in Green Bay, Wisconsin. How's it going up there after the Browns? This is the losingest podcast. I mean, possible. Like three terrible ways.
Yeah, it was absolutely heartbreaking. But I'm sitting there and I'm watching that game, and I'm like, the Packers are going to lose this game. They continuously shoot themselves in the foot. Their offensive line was incredibly banged up. Myles Garrett was getting whatever he wanted. They were trying to double, triple team him. It was just not. It was not good. It just bad all the way around. And I heard something from Matt LaFleur on Monday saying that there was a lot of talk about going undefeated. And I think this team sort of read their own press clippings about how good they are, Super Bowl contenders. Can they go undefeated? They've got all the right stuff. The offense, the defense, the special teams, everything was terrible on Sunday. And, I saw another stat today that I thought was incredible. The Packers this season in 3 games have not trailed. They've trailed for 0 minutes and 0 seconds in a game because obviously the Cleveland Browns hit a walk-off field goal with no time left. So they still haven't trailed at any point this season except for the very end of the game. So while this was a terrible showing of a game for this team, I think it will be good for them in the long run to sort of get themselves humbled a little bit. There obviously is a lot of motivation going into Dallas this weekend. Sunday Night Football, the bright lights. I believe it's in Dallas. Micah Parsons going back home, if you will. CeeDee Lamb not being there is going to be a little bit of a Debbie Downer for the Cowboy fans, but there's injuries on the Packers side as well. So, yeah, it was absolutely miserable all the way around, and it wasn't good. And this is going to be a hellish week of practice for the Green Bay Packers. I can tell you that right now because everything that they put on film was pretty subpar. So, obviously, just a really frustrating, disappointing game. And look, with everything being said and being equal, that's still a game they should have won. They gave it up. Jordan Love had a miserable interception after they gave up a field goal. The defense was kind of playing their asses off to a certain degree. And then Jordan Love gives it right back. I mean, just an awful pick. It's like something that you can't have happen. And they gave that game away. So I'm not panicking at this moment, but just being able to actually sit down and enjoy football on a Sunday morning into afternoon, that was incredibly disappointing in my eyes. And they will be better because of it, but it still doesn't, take away the fact that Sunday was miserable because that was just a piss poor performance from the Packers all the way around.
Yeah. The Browns defense is very, very legit, though.
It's good. It is good. No doubt.
There's no doubt about it.
John Junkins is pretty darn good.
Yeah, I did not see Sampson falling to the hard number 2, but Judkins looked awesome at times. I don't know what I think about Cleveland going forward, but it's the NFL, and as you mentioned, I still think overall they're the most talented team, the Green Bay Packers, but there's NFL players on the other side as well. And sometimes when that defense locks up, especially when you're getting that many tackles for losses and that many sacks, the offensive line just has to play better for Green Bay. But, dude, that's a tough defensive line to pack against. So, anyways, do you want to go next, or would you like for me to stop in Nashville and then make our way down?
Oh, you can stop in Nashville.
Okay.
Talk
My
to us, CJ.
my 5.5 bet is going down the drain hard right now. This is the worst coach team I've ever seen. We have the most incompetent coach in Mr. Callahan. I don't mean to talk some shit, but he's not very good. We're already talking about him not being the play caller anymore. 3 games in. It's just I don't think we're a super talented team. But dadgum, man, like, you're not even close. The Colts are better than people thought they would be at the beginning of the year. Sure. But 40-20, and you got to score late. Calvin Ridley's been abysmal.
Awful, bro.
Abysmal. Thank goodness we got Armor. Like, I just don't understand this team. I don't know where you go. I think Cam's the guy. The interception, my Lord. That was a terrible interception. First drive out of the gate, I was like, what are we doing? This is going to be so bad. In my mind, I was like, in these weird, like, rivalry games, especially in the game 3, you're like, all right, maybe this will be a little bit Colter back down to earth. Titans, you just kind of win one, like the Browns beating the Packers. Like, you're just going to win one in the NFL. Thought that might be Sunday. No, this team showed me this is by far the worst team in the NFL. And I just don't know where they go. I don't know where they go the rest of the season. I was very surprised. I got a text from my boys, and they're like, it's 8 a.m., and Brian Callahan is still coach. But the press conference did not go great. They just have no faith in this guy. Everybody's – did you guys see the questions that I believe it was Michael Pittman Jr. answered yesterday? They're like, what did you think about the Titans?
No.
He was like, man – you can just tell these guys, it's basically, this is summary. He was like, you can tell these guys are just kind of walking around. They're not showing a lot of fight. And we were going to take advantage of that as soon as we saw it. I was like, dang.
Oh, that might be worse than just
stinking.
Sucking.
Yeah. That makes it even worse. Like, man, I at least thought we had a bunch of young guys that, like, young and naive is kind of nice, especially whenever you're trying to, like, rebuild a football team. I'll take some fight, but if you got no fight, Andrew Young,
you want those guys to be hungry. Like, that's what you expected. Like, those guys for the Titans to be hungry, to be kind of dogs, especially with Callahan being such an offensive line-driven guy, that they would be a much improved unit. Cam would be a dog. You'd have, some guys that playing with the chip on their shoulder, but it has just really gone down the toilet quick, fast, and in a hurry for the Titans. And at this rate, if it continues like this, Chase, like, there's no way Callahan survives this season.
No way. I mean, whenever he dropped the I didn't know the rules aspect, I get not everybody's going to know every small detail, but dude, you just can't say it.
No.
Learn it by the next day and be like, I just made a mistake. I knew this was that. Lie through your freaking teeth, man. Like, you've got to show some confidence. Yeah, exactly. Listen, dude, I need you to, I guess that's another part of it. As a head coach, we've talked about this. You got to be kind of a narcissist.
Yeah, you do.
To be really good.
100%.
And I think these good guys that admit their mistakes pretty fast and they're losing, i.e. Billy Napier, like, he's doing the same thing. I think it's kind of the same way. I don't see that working out a lot. Especially in their early times. I just think that you've got to be more of a leader in a different aspect as far as how you carry yourself. And I don't think Callahan has that. Maybe he gets that later on down the road, but I don't think it's going to be with the Titans. And I don't think it's going to be, I don't know if he makes it game 6 or game 7. I just don't. So on to the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah. I need Raheem Morris up out of here.
How fast?
Like I was pissed when I saw that we got rid of the receivers coach and not Raheem Morris. Like, I've never watched a Falcons game where I legitimately turned it off. I turned it off. Like, it was embarrassing. Like, Drake London had 5 catches, but brother, like, it just, him, Pitts, Mooney, nothing went right.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like Michael Penix finally looked like a rookie after 6 games. He was statistically, the best Falcons quarterback ever in the first 5 starts. Better than Matt Ryan, better than Brett Favre, better than Michael Vick. Like he was awesome, and it just was bad. I will tell you, you look at the box score for my box score watchers, 14 rushes between Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. 14. Algier got 1 carry yesterday. 1. Like Zach Robinson, like I'm so sick of the McVay tree. Sean McVay has gotten more people employed than Blue Cross Blue Shield here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I swear.
That's a fact, dude.
Like, dog, it's like, ooh, we want the next Sean McVay. Like, there's only one, bruh.
There's only one.
And Sean McVay got walked down yesterday. Even they should have won that football game. Great game, by the way.
Yeah, that was fun. Yesterday's games were either blowouts, which we experienced close games, unfortunately, on the other side. Weird day.
I mean, Vegas cleaned up yesterday.
Very strange day. What else you got? Anything else?
No, there's nothing else to be said. I'm out on Raheem Morris. I'm out.
Okay, I would like to read Young Drew's statement that he made in our group text today
Please.
about the Falcons. Per Drew Rogers, Penix sucked.
Oh,
but he still only started 6 games in the NFL. Falcons also tend to like that once a year because they're cursed. Bijan is serious offensive player of the year candidate, might challenge the best running back in the league this year. Falcons' weapons are banged up, and overall they had everything went wrong. Everything went wrong.
Yeah.
I'm confident this stupid ass team can still get to 8-9 and have a mid draft pick.
We don't have a first round pick.
Yeah, that's gone. And then he rebutted himself, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot the Falcons traded up and got James Pierce Jr. And now you don't have that pick."
Can I tell you what I thought reading Drew's statement there and talking about Michael Penix Jr. only have started 6 games was I remember when we were doing the sports talk radio on ESPN Chattanooga, and I remember talking a lot about Desmond Ridder. I'm not trying to compare him specifically. Stay in your seat. I'm not trying to compare him specifically to Desmond Ridder. I'm not. I know it fluttered a little bit on you. I apologize for that, Falcon fans. But I remember just sitting there and on my show, I'm like, look, Desmond Ridder, he's only had X amount of games. You got to give him some time. And again, I'm not saying that he's going to be Desmond Ridder, Michael Penix Jr., but I mean, how much can we use that excuse? I mean, this is a dude that has played a whole heck of a lot of football in his career. And I get it. It's not all at the NFL level, but he's played a lot of football. He's a little bit more mature than a younger guy coming out of college. I hate that excuse. Like, you just simply have to be better. And I'm okay with, look, I get it. Everybody has their off days. Everybody has a bad day. Like Mickey said in the group chat as well, that look, we're just going to chalk it up to a bad day. Kirk came in and he's still, at the end of the day, yes, a younger quarterback, but you have to learn from this experience. If you don't learn from this experience to be better because of it, then it's going to be all for naught. But I don't like the excuse of like, oh, it's only been 6 games. Like, you just simply have to be better. This is a good offense. There are skill position players abound for this team. We've seen younger quarterbacks play with a lot less, and that can be an excuse of like, hey, there's a terrible offensive line or doesn't have the skill position players. No, Michael Penix Jr. has those things. You just have to simply be better. So I've just continued to sit here over the last 3-4 years since I've been sort of covering and talking about the Falcons and just continually be disappointed and continually just be impressed by what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can do. Because Baker Mayfield, he might be one of my favorite players in the National Football League to watch. His comments after that game in beating the Jets, coming back and beating the Jets, he's saying that Steve Wilkes, the defensive coordinator over there for the Jets, was the man who basically fired him and let him go in Carolina. He's like, yeah, I remember that. I stored that in the memory bank. And he had a little, he made it a little, kind of a personal thing for him on Sunday to beat the Jets and Steve Wilkes. So, look, again, continually be disappointed by the Falcons and impressed by the Bucs.
Speaking of the Bucs, there was a cool moment. I don't know if y'all saw it. He showed some love to Tyrod Taylor.
Oh, really?
It's not Tyrod. He was like, hey, Tyrod is such a good dude. And everybody was like, Tyrod? He was like, yeah, it's actually pronounced Tyrod. And he just lets people say it however way because he doesn't like to correct people. And he was like, he was instrumental for my growth. I would not be here in the NFL without Tyrod Taylor. So for everybody, it's not Tyrod. It is Tyrod.
Well, good to know.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I've called him Tyrod Taylor for my entire life.
In your entire life. I will tell you though, on that note, and I know we got to go, but in terms of, and I just had the biggest brain fart, bro.
Did you just lose it?
I mean,
totally lost it.
Greg, you said something that I wanted to make. Kirk Cousins is now in play to start football games, because you guys have noticed Bryce Young was benched for Andy Dalton.
Mhm.
Anthony Richardson was benched for Daniel Jones. Like, these higher draft picks are not guys get benched and have a resurgent story. If Michael Penix looks like this for the next 4 weeks, I mean, I think you have to start Kirk. I think you're paying him the money.
Yeah.
You're paying him the money. The money is spent. And just be like, Mike, you're under contract for 5 years. This is the NFL.
The part that sucks is like coaches are in save their job modes. They'll make a harsh decision. That's the part that sucks. That's the part that's going to be, sorry, Penix, we can't give you time, because if you give somebody time and you give them till week 3 in the NFL, they might look like Caleb did yesterday. It'd be awesome. So
Caleb sucked last year.
he sucked.
Caleb sucked last year.
Yeah. And then finally yesterday,
I disagree.
I don't
think he
he was
sucked.
bad.
I don't think he sucked last year. I think the offensive line in front of him was horrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also,
And the offensive play calling there was pretty damn bad as well.
yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
And he didn't look good.
I don't put it all on Caleb. He was not
No.
great, but I don't think he was absolutely horrible. I just don't believe that you can put all of that on Caleb last year.
I agree.
No, that was a totality of being the Chicago Bears.
Yes,
That's the truth of it.
100%.
And we saw the totality of all of our teams this weekend just go down. But let's get back to some happy place. Joseph, bring us into love and hate.
Oh, brother.
I mean,
Okay.
there's still some hatred going on with this segment.
Oh, you got a strong hate on this
Oh,
one?
I got plenty of strong hate. I mean, if you want to switch it back to love, or if you want to continue with the hate, Jay, it's up to you. I'm gonna let you roll with it.
I'll start off with love, and
Love
I
it up.
will
Let's bring the temperature back down here.
because
Okay.
Chase brought up fight specifically, and how there's no fight in the Titans, and how Michael Pittman Jr. said that when we saw that, we took advantage of it. Boys, you want to talk about a team that probably shouldn't have fought but did? That's the 11 men playing defense for the Florida Gators. Because, brother, if you watch the 11 men playing offense for the Florida Gators, you should look at that defense and be like, gentlemen, it's hard to see what you're playing for, but I love the effort. They tried, man. They tried. And it was ugly to watch those Florida Gator offense go out there and try to move the ball. But damn, I appreciate Florida's defense trying, dude. I do. That was my love for the weekend, is that, like, when you watch your offense go 0 for 13 on third down, you have 141 yards total the whole game, and you're still out there fighting, competing. You got some players down. Caleb Banks isn't playing, and you're just coming off a performance where you did the same thing. You fought, you competed, you kept your team in that game, and you watched your offense lose it for you. And then you go out there again and do it. Like, I respect that so much. So my love was the Florida Gators defense. Shout out to the DC. His name's escaped me, but yeah, I love the fight.
Ron Roberts.
Ron Roberts. Shout out to Ron Roberts, because damn, I feel like in this day and age in college football, for so many reasons where a team like that could just pack it, especially that one side of the ball could just pack it in and be like, well, man, we're about to be 1-3. We lost to USF. We lost to LSU. Now, like, what are we playing for now? Just for the love of the game, dog. And their defense did. Florida's defense tried.
They sure
As
did.
much as their offense was just, I mean, they might as well have not gotten off the bus.
Yeah,
So.
and playing against Carson Beck, who has been pretty damn good.
Yeah,
Good.
has been pretty good.
I
this
think
year.
going into the
So,
week, he was Heisman leader.
I think
odds
going
wise.
into the week, no, I think it was Mateer. I
Him
think
and-
Carson was
yeah,
second.
Mateer after last
I think it
week,
was
yeah.
like plus 800 for Mateer, like plus 850 or something.
Yeah,
for
so right
Carson.
there.
It was close.
And so to put him in a
Yeah,
kind of an echo chamber for
Yeah.
the day.
a little bit. And then
Not the Russian offense.
my hate for the weekend. the state of Arkansas football, man.
Oh boy.
Like
Oh boy.
the like I at this point, and it take out like because I really wanted Sam Pittman to have success. And we've talked about a few times in past shows about rooting for teams that you have no emotional attachment to. Arkansas is kind of one of those teams that I'm like, I just wish they were good. Like they don't even have to be like SEC champion good. They don't have to be like perennial powerhouse good. But like just beat the teams you're supposed to beat, man. You have an 18-point lead against Memphis. Like Taylon Green's looked really good this year. I will say he threw 2 horrendous interceptions in this game.
Terrible, dude.
Oh
Just
my God.
horrendous intercept. Like one of them, he threw it right to the defender. The second one, he thought he could fit a ball in downfield and he couldn't. And like for somebody who, in my opinion, was playing so well,
Tier 1 QB1.
it is the most like in the red zone on the 3-yard line, trying to just run the clock out to kick the game-winning field goal, and you fumble. It's just the most Arkansas way to lose a football game, dude. And my heart goes out to anybody that's an Arkansas football fan because, I mean, just gut punch after gut punch, dude. So, yeah, that was my hate for the weekend. I don't hate Arkansas football. I hate the state of Arkansas football because, I mean, they should have cruised past Memphis. They should have cruised, and they lost.
And now Memphis is the favorite to get the G5 spot.
Yeah. So,
all right, G, what's your hate? Start it out. I know you want it.
Oh, you wanted me to go hate first?
Yeah, I know you want it. Or you can go love. You can start out a little sweet and then go the.
Okay. I'll start with the sweet. We'll go with the love first. So, my love this week was in a huge matchup in college football. I was obviously very interested in this game because of our core 4 picks, and it was kind of split between all of us, and that is the Texas Tech Red Raiders. It was an absolute battle into the fourth quarter, and starting quarterback, I'm probably going to mess up his name, but Baron Morton. Did I get it?
Yeah,
Baron Morton.
You got it.
Yep, you got it.
Baron Morton. He'd been obviously cutting things up this entire season. The offense has been humming like nobody's business in the country this year. The Red Raider offense had been flying high. He goes down. He got hurt. He was playing very poorly against the Utes. The defense was keeping him in check. They picked him off twice. And then he gets hurt. And then backup quarterback Will Hammond comes in and lights the world on fire, takes control of that game, throws a couple tutties, and the Red Raider offense looked like it had been all season long, didn't miss a beat. So my love this week goes to my man Will Hammond for stepping up and coming up big and helping us complete, me and Miggy, a clean sweep for the weekend to get back into the swing of things in the core 4.
Those brooms out.
Yeah.
Brooms out.
Yeah, we needed that. We needed that for sure. All right, and now the hatred. There's a litany of ways that I could go with this. We could talk about, which we've already have in grave detail, how terrible all of our NFL teams played this week. We've done that. So I'm going to go, and I asked this question off the air. Hey, can this be an all sports thing, or does this have to be football? Chase said, we can make this all sports, no big deal. I said, okay, great. I know exactly where I'm going. And in my lifetime, I have seen many great collapses in baseball. And this one might be one for the absolute books. And this one is sort of the epitome of being a New York Metropolitan fan. I have been there, done that. He had a 7-game lead with 17 games to play. You lose it in 2008, I believe it was. The last game at Shea, you have an opportunity to win that game and force a playoff against the Milwaukee Brewers. You don't do it. The Marlins beat you in your final home game at Shea Stadium in 2008. I was in the building for that. It was embarrassing. I've said this stat many a times. I have seen every National League East team win a World Series in my lifetime, including the Marlins winning it twice. The only team I haven't seen win in my lifetime, and I was born in 1989, is the New York Mets. And they are on the precipice of completing one of the most epic collapses after one of the most incredible off seasons by any franchise in all of sports, paying out the type of money that they paid out to a man in Juan Soto. And don't get me wrong, he's been every bit of the money that you could ask for from Juan Soto. But the rest of the team, They come, they go, they ebb, they flow. The pitching staff is good, it's bad. They spend on bullpen, and it's up, it's down. Can't figure it out. Something always seems to go wrong. And since June 13th, 2025, the Mets have one of the worst records in all of Major League Baseball, 35-52. That's right down there with the Colorado Rockies and the White Sox. That's not a place you want to live, fellas. That is not a place in the baseball world that you want any part of. In the 7 games in 17 days, or the 7-game lead with 17 games to play, was kind of like a quick collapse. Now, this has been a slow burn since the middle of June. This has been something that the Mets had such a hot start, and you're thinking, man, they'll be fine. They'll figure it out. They'll be okay. But as we sit here, I know we're recording this on Monday. The Mets and the Reds are currently tied for the last wild card spot, and the Reds hold that tiebreaker over the Mets. So the Mets technically have to be ahead of the Reds when season end comes. The Mets have held their destiny in their own hands for a very long time. Now destiny is out of their hands. They've lost 11 out of 15 of their last games, and they need to do something. If they do not make the playoffs, this will be one of the most epic collapses for a team with such high expectations after going to the National League Championship Series last year. Literally bringing me to tears after they beat the Philadelphia Phillies and gave the Dodgers a run for their money, better than the crosstown rival New York Yankees did. So if they don't find a way to make the playoffs, it is going to be one of the worst collapses in all of sports, not even just baseball, all of sports for the New York Metropolitans.
A lot of talent on that Mets team.
Too much talent.
You got
a lot of money
Lindor,
spent.
Mullins,
So much.
Big Meat Pete, Alvarez, Mullins. I mean,
That's a name, dog.
fellas,
I have not heard that one yet.
it's quite a bit of talent on that Mets team for them to have the collapse. Nah, I love the passion, G. I love the passion, bro.
I appreciate it. It's the life of being a Mets fan. And, as I'm sitting there, it's like, as somebody who doesn't do sports podcasting or whatever, it could have been like, oh, was that a scripted thing? No, that was straight from the heart. That's something you lived for 35 years on this planet, being a Mets fan. You feel it. You understand it. And the most Mets thing that they could do would not be to have this collapse. It would be to find a way. They drag us through agony from the middle of June to now, and then they find a way to make the playoffs, and then they make it to like the World Series or something. Like that would be the epitome of it's like being a Mets fan. Starting off so high, going up, then having the worst record since the middle of June, and then finding a way to squeak into the playoffs, and then making a run to the World Series, and then inevitably losing.
The roller coaster of emotions.
Sports are pain,
They are.
but we do it anyways.
But we do it anyway.
We choose to be here too.
Fandom is a mental illness.
I wish,
Yeah, it's the same reason.
I wish that I could describe to somebody that doesn't watch sports why it means so much. Because it's hard to even comprehend. And the thing about it is we all know that these, especially for us right now, like 18 to 24-year-olds can cause me an awful lot of pain.
I don't know if I would put my own, like if I was to travel back in time and put my own current life in the hands of 18 to 22-year-old me, I don't even know if I'd feel comfortable with that.
Hell no.
And yet
Oh,
I put my emotional state in the hands of 18 to 22-year-olds I don't know.
I mean, I do this off the field, like not for a career, and I'm also doing it for a career. Like being a college coach, putting your well-being in the hands of 18 to 24-year-olds is crazy to think about.
Yeah, all the time. All the time.
Literally. That's my life now.
Love, hate, Malcolm Harris.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, I believe in you. Like, I think you were amazing.
Thank you.
So I blindly tailed Illinois 6.
Oh my God.
Plus 6.5. I mean, I hammered it. Told my dad to hammer it. We're sitting drinking, and man, I'm looking. And I'm like, this is getting out of hand. Like fast. I think it was like 21-7 or something like that. I was like, hey, Pop, let's go ahead and flip this. Let's just make our money back. So we just went the opposite direction, and we got it back in blood. Saying all this to say, I hate this guy because I know what's about to happen. Kirk Cignetti is going to be the next coach at the University of Florida.
Oh, wow.
Because I want to give you guys a stat that I didn't realize until I heard it yesterday or saw it on Twitter. He is undefeated at his time at Indiana, except for 2 teams that played for the national title last year. That's all he's lost to. He's had double-digit wins, meaning he's blown out everybody with Indiana that has never seen success like this in Bloomington. Never happened. There is virtually no way he is not going to be the next coach of a major blue blood program that is reeling right now, i.e., a Clemson, a Florida, to some degree, a Southern California. This quote came from him directly. On the route against Illinois, we broke their will to compete. He is a psychopath, and he's wasting away in Bloomington, Indiana. So that is my hate, because I know somebody's going to poach him, and I pray to God on my knees at night that it's not the Florida Gators, because that is a terrible sight for the Southeastern Conference. We broke their will to compete? Hell no. That is psychopath behavior.
Cray.
Yeah. So that's my hate. My love for the week is the transfer portal quarterback. Number 1 down in Florida State, Mr. Casamigos. That's what Florida State fans call him.
Dude, he's so perfect for the Gus
He
Bus.
is so perfect. He is so perfect for FSU. Also, I got to show some love. Joey Aguilar, man, it's the best start we've seen since Peyton Manning and Tyler Bray in terms of quarterback touchdown passes through the first 4 seasons. And then also, I would be remiss if I did not mention my man down in Como, Bo Prabula. Dude is just that guy, bro. Like, went toe-to-toe with Lenore Sellers and absolutely called game. And I love it. So the transfer portal quarterbacks, that's my love and my hate, but really my love in disguise is for Mr. Signetti, who is going to be an issue for college football. Love, hate from your boy.
Love, hate. Similar-ish to the love, and it's the love of the transfer portal. And despite it absolutely crushing my soul, because I think I kind of started to like Utah, the fact that Texas Tech can become a top 10 team of the country, what feels like over a summer.
Yeah.
That defensive line is disgustingly good. They were awesome. Did Dan Pierre play awful? Sure did. That guy looked terrible this weekend. But I think Texas Tech can cause real problems. And again, I was very unsure if the mercenary aspect can happen like this.
Yeah.
But I believe, do you guys know what I heard it earlier. What is their booster thing called? It's like, I can't remember what it's called, but it's something like really goofy, but they paid out a ton of money, and the Texas Tech Red Raiders are a real team in this playoff picture. Like that, going out and paying for tier 2 guys all over the board, nailing it on a freshman. Again, I don't know how often this gets beat every year, but I think our boy, the quarterback,
Will Hammond?
Yeah, Will came in and was the leading Texas quarterback, in wins or something crazy like that, which happens all the time. I feel like they just every year, the guy gets the passing yard broken, like the receiving yards gets broken. It's like it's Texas football. There's just always some stud that's rising through the ranks. So Mitch was that guy, and then they go in, they just add in monster transfers and guys that really worked out. I wasn't sure. You go out and you get a defensive tackle from UCF and you add a Carolina lineman. It's like all these like random cats that were on like mediocre subpar teams. You just found the best of the best. And you paid them a ton of money.
Yeah.
And here we are. You made a real contender. And again, like part of it, like it's a love-hate in both of these, but it's like, dang, I hate Utah kind of stunk it up. Because I thought they were the team. But Texas Tech is real. And that's one thing I do love about the transfer portal is you can make a team like Texas Tech real good over just a summer.
Yeah.
And that changed the game. Money talks now. Money can really talk. I didn't think that was going to be possible. I thought we'd have a lot of guys that kind of stink it up. But, dude, that coaching staff for Texas Tech, watch out. Watch out. somebody to not watch out for. Illinois. I fell for the trap, boys.
Buddy.
I fell for the trap. That was the most disgusting game. And Fernando looked awesome.
5.
21-23.
Effortless. I thought that would be Luke Altmaier. I was like,
Bullied Illinois on the line.
I mean, the exact opposite. I hate that game sucked.
I
hate it.
Shit got out of hand.
I hate Signetti so
That shit
much.
got out of hand.
I hate him, but I love that we have a villain. There's a double.
The
love
Sig?
hate. Yeah.
I mean, dude, he's the Bat Sig. Like that's kind of what he is now.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about it. I brought up they did this last year with somebody. We saw Indiana, they were doing pretty good, and then they come up against like a mid-tier Big Ten team. We're like, oh, now we're gonna really see how much. It was Nebraska. They beat Nebraska 52-7 last year. We're like, oh, we're gonna find out like how good is Indiana actually. They did the same thing.
Exact same thing. I really thought this. I get why we have Illinois in the top 10. Watching him after 2 weeks, you're like, maybe they're top 10 just because of the landscape.
Yeah.
Nope.
I feel like that Duke score was very misleading.
Yeah.
Because like watching that game, and now you've gotten a few more sample sizes on Duke, you kind of get it.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
oh, it's Darian Mensah, and that's it. So like, and plus we bought not to the same degree, but I think a lot of people bought the hype around Illinois is the same reason they bought hype around Clemson. So many returning players, Brett Bielema, proven head coach,
Won some good games last year.
Yeah, it's like you assume natural progression, and it's like, oh yeah, Kurt Cignetti's still a reaper. Like he's going to take souls.
And you don't, to be honest, I don't think a lot of people, I don't know if I want him to be good in football. I'm like, I think he's kind of a weird douchebag.
Signetti?
Yeah.
I want him to be good in football. I love for him to be good in football at Indiana.
Yeah.
I don't want him to be good at football in Florida.
Exactly.
Like that's a different, like doing what he's doing now at Indiana is he's really good in Indiana, but they're still probably going to lose to like Oregon and Ohio State, Penn State, just because the talent gap is just so large. But like if he gets it like Florida, where he can eliminate that talent gap and take souls, like it's like Malcolm said earlier. That's terrifying for the rest of the SEC. If he goes to Florida, and from what we've seen so far with him at James Madison, there's no reason to assume he wouldn't have success if he went to Florida or, God forbid, Oklahoma State. If Mike Gundy,
he gone.
It is not Mike Gundy's conference, gentlemen.
Oh, buddy.
So yeah, that was like freezing cold take of the century for me. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, he could be dangerous, dude. The problem is the thing I worry about, and if you're Florida, you almost just don't give a shit because you've been so mediocre for so long. Is Kurt Cignetti is closer to retirement than he is not?
Yeah,
he's in his 60s.
Yeah.
Like he's not far off. But I mean, if he's doing what he's doing in Indiana, I don't think he could. I think he could if he comes to Florida and gets buy-in. I don't see why he couldn't immediately turn that program around.
Especially that was a showing because now it's like, hey, look what I can do with a really great quarterback. Two really good quarterbacks. I'm not going to say great yet on Fernando. I think he's awesome.
Fernando's better than Rourke from last year.
Rourke was good for the year. Like he was,
Yeah.
that was awesome to see a turnaround.
Yeah.
Yes. But now Mendoza is, you'd said it preseason. You're like, he's getting a real quarterback.
Yeah.
He's getting a real quarterback. And that was a show in itself. So yeah, awesome. Do you want to touch on permanent opponents or you guys want to go to Bama UGA?
Permanent opponents for sure.
Let's, for the sake of time, you want to do permanent opponents and
you want to
and then
stash the other two?
Hit the full core four on Thursday.
Yeah, we'll just have that Thursday.
Yeah.
All out.
I'm cool with that.
Okay. Permanent opponents. I'll start with you, Joseph. I thought you had okay. You go ahead. Just going to pull that out. JK. Anything stood out to you, G? Like, did you kind of take a peek and see like, hey, this is kind of weird to have for this team or whatnot?
I'll be honest. I did not get a chance to like really examine it. I thought we were going to go Joseph first. So give me a second if Joseph wants to go.
No, you're good.
Go?
Were you so Mickey, like for you, like was
Yeah.
it? Do you think we got the right three? I guess from like a logistics standpoint.
Absolutely. I mean, to me, you gotta have Vanderbilt because it's in state. Kentucky has been a rivalry as old as time, and you cannot get rid of the third.
Even though it
Saturday.
sucks, yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, it's the beer barrel or the barrel. Sorry, I don't want to get canceled. Bring back the barrel.
The barrel's awesome.
Bring back the barrel.
I pull up that picture every year.
Why does Uber and or Lyft not just sponsor that rivalry and just be like, yo, like drink responsibly, but bring back the barrel? What are we doing?
That's a good call.
It's 2025.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Chat It Up, innovation. But no, I think they got it right for Tennessee. I mean, I'm not ever going to get rid of the third Saturday of October, but selfishly, I am going to miss playing University of Georgia every year. I am going to miss playing University of Florida every year. It's just a different ballgame now.
I think because of where we're at, and I think the trajectory, it feels like I'm going to really miss the Florida one because maybe we could start bringing that record back, and now they're just going to have it kind of for the rest of our lives, and I hate that. I hate Florida so much.
Oh, bad.
The joy that I get. I know some people love to hate watch Nico. I love to hate watch Florida right now. I love it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like a true fan.
Exactly.
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I think you guys got one of the better draws
Same.
in this. And I say that as what also people tend to logo watch. And it's like, well, I think people point to Vandy and they're like, oh, you got the Vandy pool. But it's like, no, I think you kind of dodged the bullet there with Kentucky, actually, because Kentucky's not trending in the right direction for football. Vandy is.
Yeah.
Vandy's actually trending towards some of those like Mark Stoops teams that would rip off 10 wins randomly. Like, and I think you'll get more consistency depending on what Mark Stoops does and how Kentucky wants to take their football program, because it's ugly right now. And they've already elected that they're going to give most of their money to basketball. So I don't see a way for it to really get much better. But Vandy's probably going to ascend to that spot where it's like, hey, this isn't the easy Vandy out anymore like it used to be. It's not quite the same as if you would have drawn Florida and you would have had to play Bama, Kentucky, and Florida, or Bama, Vandy, and Florida. But it's still not quite as easy as just like first glance, like, oh, Kentucky and Vandy, boom, you got the easiest draw. And brother, I said it earlier, man. The state of Arkansas football.
The state of Arkansas football.
Missouri, Texas, and LSU, bro.
Jeez,
like, what did they do? What did Arkansas do to whoever that was like, yeah, let's give them Texas and LSU. And you know what? We're going to stack on Missouri.
Auburn's got a pretty tough draw too.
Auburn, that one's kind of unavoidable though, because like
I understand why the draw is what it is, but I mean, still, like you're talking about, obviously you're going to have Auburn versus Alabama, and then Georgia, obviously always going to be good with Kirby Smart there, and then as you mentioned, Vanderbilt is kind of on the come up. But I think the thing that really stands out to me is we're not going to have Alabama versus Georgia, every single year, and then we're also not going to have Alabama LSU. I think that's
a big loss.
I think that's by far the biggest loss we're going to have.
From looking at this thing like as a landscape whole, I agree with you. LSU, Alabama is the biggest loss. From a regionality standpoint, Georgia not playing Tennessee every year is weird. That's very weird.
Yeah. Especially where the state is.
Yeah,
right now.
well, we grew up, the Georgia-Tennessee line, so like it's weird not having that game every year. Plus, the divisions in the SEC East, both SEC East schools. So it was just hey, you're playing this team every year, and occasionally you'll draw Bama or LSU or whatever. So that one's a weird for me from like a personal standpoint.
I think it's going to suck. I think it's going to suck going into it because let's be honest, Kalen DeBoer is not going to be Nick Saban.
No.
So what's that job going to look like? Is it going to be the same? Like maybe they'll still be, maybe they're floating around the 17 spot like they are right now. Maybe that's where they just kind of stay, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. 6-7 years ago, I'd have loved that.
Well, I mean, it could be like a flip and inverse, because a lot of these during Alabama's run versus Tennessee, you'd see a lot of older Alabama fans that remember when that was flipped.
Exactly.
Because Tennessee was whipping Alabama every
Yeah.
year.
So the fact that the Georgia Tennessee thing could be kind of closer to what?
Yeah.
It's definitely not going to be the same. I'm not saying that the same caliber, but it could have been closer to what we grew up with, or in the last 10 or so years with LSU and Alabama.
Yeah.
It's being like top 5, top 10 ranked teams going year in, year out.
Mhm.
And then, you might get one side might be very, very highly ranked. One side might be in the mid 20s or high teens.
Yeah.
In the LSU Alabama rivalry.
Yeah.
It is going to feel weird without Georgia because it's very easy to go there or to come here.
I wonder how they're going to do this with like a rotating, because the idea is you'll have your 3 permanent opponents and then you'll play 6 other conference opponents.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll have one other non-conference out of conference, or one other non-conference Power 4 opponent. And then that'll be your 10 games. And then you'll have 2 just like cleanup games. So you're going to play the same schedule for 2 years because you're going to flip-flop home and away, and then you'll rotate.
Yeah.
That math's right? It fits everybody in?
Yeah.
I think. Kind of doing that on the fly in my head.
Math, no.
I think that you need to bring back divisions. Like, I was just thinking about it today. Like, can we just please just go ahead and add Florida State to the SEC and just like, let's get it popping. Make a 16 total team conference, 8-8 East West, 3 permanent opponents, and then pick 6 from your conference. Right? That just like overlap. You see what I'm saying?
And then it's kind of, just a bigger version of what it was.
Yeah, like we should have never gone away from East and West. That was stupid to me.
It at the time, it definitely seems right. And I think that long term, maybe, but I just feel like sometimes it's a little much right now. Now, that's because we're not used to it. Like sometimes I'm like, God, what the hell are we going to play? Like, we're not getting the usuals. I'm a man of habit. I want to play. I want to know that I'm playing Georgia at this time. Now, what the hell? It's early September. You shitting me?
Yeah.
We're playing Florida in November.
Like, that's weird, bro. Like, Florida, 3rd game of the year is what it should be.
I want to know whenever we're going to get our ass beat by the Florida Gators, I want to also know that I'm going to chafe that day. It's supposed to be hot and sweaty outside. I'm going to get mad.
You've accustomed to these things.
Yeah.
You've built a routine.
Yeah. You're trying to drink enough like light beers, but you're sweating too hard. It doesn't really work. And you're just like, I just wasted calories for the day. I should have just ate my sorrows away because I enjoy food more than I do alcohol. But here I am. I have that dilemma every year. And now it's not the same. It's going to be in November. I'm like going to be outside. Maybe too cold. That's weird. I don't know. These are all things that
maybe that'll turn our luck around against Florida. Who knows?
I think it will, G. But again, I will probably bet Florida just because that's where everybody should go. Because they're like, they need one good win. Tennessee will get kicked out of the playoffs because they lost to a trash Florida team or something.
Yo, why is Mississippi State and Alabama playing every year? Why?
There's
some weird ones on. There's some weird ones on there, don't y'all think?
Like, why would you not slot LSU in there? Like, to me, that is just like, hey, we're gonna give them a softball.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's like we got to give Mississippi State a big opponent. We also don't want to get Alabama running three deep.
Because that's crazy. Because I'm looking at Texas, A&M, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. Those all make sense. I mean, Vanderbilt's don't even make sense with Tennessee, Mississippi State, and Auburn. Like, I don't know. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, what would have made sense? What would have made sense Vandy-wise?
Vandy, it should be Tennessee. It should be Kentucky. And truthfully, I think it should be Georgia.
That's the tricky thing about having the 3 permanent opponents, because it's not going to be perfect.
Yeah. The third one on a lot of teams, I'm like,
when you have this many teams, you're going to be able to make arguments for, especially because like a lot of our point of views come from the divisions, because that's what we're just so used to. We're so used to the East and West. We're so used to, okay, you're playing these teams every year. Occasionally you'll mix in an SEC West opponent. And like that's where our frame of reference comes from.
Always.
Because you're so used to it.
Yeah, it's hard to get out of that mindset. Even how many years are we into this?
How many years do we?
This is the first year, second year.
What?
How many years?
Permanent opponents?
Yeah, no, not permanent opponents. Away from divisions. I don't even know how long.
We scrapped divisions the first year Texas and Oklahoma were in.
Yeah. Okay.
So
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
So 2023 was the last year with divisions.
Yeah. 2 years in. Time goes by too fast. I don't know. Days, years, months, they all kind of fit together right now. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
And I don't know if it's just me, but like kind of like what Malcolm said earlier, it almost felt like when there was just 14 teams in the conference before Oklahoma and Texas came in, that would have made more sense to not have divisions.
Yeah.
But now that you have as many teams as you do, 8 and 8, it's like, oh, hey, you could do an East and West pretty easily. Now I don't know if you could do that with like the Big Ten where they have like 18 teams.
Yeah.
That's a lot. But I mean, I guess your 9-game conference schedule. But the Big Ten West was just so bad. I think that's what led to part of this decision to get away from divisions is the Big Ten West was just so bad. So you had this Big Ten title game that was really mostly a blowout. Occasionally you'd have like a Wisconsin. Occasionally you'd have like a Wisconsin team that would win it, but for the most part, it was like, hey, who's Ohio State or Michigan going to absolutely just massacre?
And then you'd feel bad because you're like one of those two teams is probably like one of the 3 teams could possibly have a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it did feel like there for a while, the West and the SEC was
better.
Drastically better.
Yeah, it was.
Because you'd have the Ole Miss years even. Like I'm not even talking about Alabama and LSU.
Yeah.
You'd have the random Ole Miss year, the Auburn year, or just whatever. And sure, we had Georgia and some Floridas and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, but Tennessee wasn't in that mix really.
Yeah.
South Carolina would get you for 4 games maybe. And then
they'd pick off somebody.
Yeah, but it would never be the same. And this wasn't the same Georgia, especially a little bit earlier on for us. Like now would have been much more compelling.
Yeah.
But the West would still be loaded.
Yeah.
Like they're beating the hell out of each other most weeks. Like the top of the East would be fine. But I mean, right now, how good's South Carolina? How good's, like a banged up South Carolina team? Like that's not going to look great. Florida's bad. Like Vandy might actually help us out right now. If we're in the East,
in the East.
Shit. I mean, if they go out and dominate Utah State, who does Alabama have next week?
Alabama has
Vanderbilt.
They're off.
Yeah, they're off, and then Vandy comes to town because Vandy's got. Wait, no,
Vanderbilt
just
is
off.
next
Yeah,
week.
Vanderbilt's
That
next
is
week.
next week.
Yeah,
Sorry, yeah.
I got
wow.
all
So
in my head.
If Georgia's max, then is Vandy a favorite?
Is Vandy a favorite?
I mean, if Georgia goes out there and just
wow,
no, dude, no. Listen. Okay.
3-point favorite.
Listen, Bama at home against Vandy.
Let's say it's like 35
Dude,
points.
it's still got to be like 6.5.
I mean, you probably have to have some injuries happen as well. Knock on wood. I don't want to see any injuries, but you
no.
have
Yeah,
some
but I'm
injuries.
just saying.
Say, and I hope you're right, but say it plays out that way, and for whatever reason Georgia just rolls. I still think Alabama is like a 8.5 point favorite versus Vandy at home, because that's one thing we have seen with Alabama under Kalen DeBoer is that they have been better at home than they are on the road.
That's true.
So minus the LSU game last year where they were just clicking on all cylinders. So
yeah,
and LSU was not.
Hold on, I was looking up here. I was trying to see. I mean, watch out. Again, I was trying to find out where our team stats are. Is Vandy leading in points per game right now after the 70-pointer?
After the 70 bomb?
I think Tennessee's still in the one spot, bro.
I would say it's probably still.
Which, by the way, like...
Oh, it's Tennessee Vandy.
Yeah.
Tennessee 53.5 right now. Dang, dude.
Could be worse. Should be worse.
Missouri Tigers. This is weird to see. Because as good as I think Oklahoma is, I didn't realize they are the 4th lowest scoring team. But they played tough opponents. Tough defenses. I think Auburn played pretty well at times. Yeah. Anything else y'all got?
Just looking at this weekend upcoming in college football.
Damn, dog. We got so many good games.
I mean,
Bro.
this weekend of sports is going to be insane.
Incredible. Joseph's going to be watching the Ryder Cup this weekend?
Nope. No. Listen. I may have placed a financial wager on the Ryder Cup. FanDuel got me. They got me. I will not be watching the Ryder Cup. I'm sorry. I'm just not a golf guy.
Harris English, Chattanooga, Ryder Cup.
Nice.
I wish him the best of luck.
I mean, here's what we have.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say this. I put it in the group chat. I was just going to say, like, this is what we have on Saturday, 7 a.m. Ryder Cup, 12 p.m., number 21 USC versus number 23 Illinois. Whatever. 12 o'clock, more Ryder Cup. 3:30, number 4 LSU, 13 Ole Miss. 3:30 as well, Auburn versus Texas A&M. 3:30 as well, Ohio State versus Washington. 3:30, Indiana versus Iowa. 7:30, Oregon, Penn State. 7:30, Alabama, Georgia. I mean, buckle up, fellas. It's about to be an all-time type of day.
All time, dude.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be sweating that Arkansas Notre Dame game at noon. Woo pig, baby.
Who picked
It's at noon.
Yeah, bud.
Listen, they let me down last week against Memphis. They let me down. A little hurt. Still on the Taylor Green train. I think
he's the funnest guy to watch.
He is one of the funnest quarterbacks in the SEC to watch right now. So
I want to give a shout out to your boy, Joseph,
Mhm.
Mr. Nitro Tuggle from the Purdue Boilermakers getting into the end zone.
yeah,
Blowing the cover for Notre Dame. I can't stand that boy. 27.5, and you just want to be out here. You want to be Randy Moss.
he's
Couldn't pick up nothing at UGA.
there was a time the fan base was clamoring for him to see action last year.
He looked so good, bruh.
With the way that our receiver core was playing, and then he just off the field stuff, man. And Kirby was like, "Yep, nope, not doing this."
Yeah, Nitro is for real. But no, this weekend is going to be generational. I cannot wait.
There are legit. I can just stare at the screen, and there are 4 games that I could watch at 3:30.
Yeah. 12 o'clock is going to be insane.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
I think Washington Ohio State could be awesome this weekend.
I hope it is. They sold out. Washington put out a graphic. They sold out the stadium for the game.
I don't know if they're gonna beat them. I think Ohio State's still really good. Don't get me wrong.
I agree.
But they can win.
Hey, listen, cross country
win.
travel.
It doesn't work out. The 3 time zones.
Like,
the 3 time zones rule.
It
is
wasn't
very
great.
tough.
It wasn't great for Michigan State last weekend going to USC. Who knows, man? I say that as Oregon's going to Penn State, but
Oh yeah. I think
Yeah.
Penn State's got this. Yeah.
that's
But I still think
different, though.
Oregon still might be the best. I don't know. There's so many good teams.
Dante
There's so
Moore
many-
looks really good, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk about that game on Thursday or Friday.
I'm just dreaming. I'm trying to figure out my setup. I really hope our porch is done. I don't think our patio's gonna be done. I really want it to be out there so I can just stash like 3 TVs and she can't say anything because it's outdoors. It's a lot of space.
Yep.
Dreaming and hoping, boys. Dreaming and hoping.
Yep.
I love you guys. Where you're gonna get out of here 1 minute early. I'm gonna give you guys a minute of your time back.
Oh.
Like, subscribe. Follow What the Truck on Instagram.
Yeah, that's up. FW What the Truck. All platforms. Man.
Follow North Alabama Softball
That too.
on
Come on.
Instagram. Follow Joseph Guthrie on all platforms.
Follow Chat It Up. I don't
Yeah,
know
follow
if
Chat It
yeah,
Up.
follow Chat It Up. Yeah,
Follow Chatt It Up Sports everywhere. Popping off on TikTok. This was great, boys. I'm not going to lie to you. Can we just press fast forward in life and get to Saturday? That's all I can care about.
I wish.
Go sports.
Well,
Go
I wish,
Sports.
but also I don't wish because I'm in a weird spot right now.
Thoughts and prayers for Joseph Guthrie's heart this week. Thoughts and prayers for Joseph
Yeah.
Guthrie's heart. We love you guys. We're out. Peace.